In the accelerated society in which we live, where connectivity is the norm and isolation is often avoided at all costs, loneliness has become almost synonymous with a burden. However, by adopting the Stoic perspective, we discover a unique view of this seemingly paradoxical state. Stoics, such as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, advocated for solitude as a powerful tool for personal development. To illustrate, Seneca often spoke about how solitude allowed him the clarity of thought necessary to enhance his philosophy of life. Similarly, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius recorded in his Meditations how periods of solitude were crucial for his self-reflection and for finding answers to complex ethical dilemmas. These historical examples highlight that solitude is not mere seclusion, but a conscious choice that provides fertile ground for personal flourishing and the pursuit of inner wisdom. Loneliness reveals itself as a profound journey of self-discovery. By distancing themselves from the everyday tumult, adherents of this philosophy find a conducive space to explore their own thoughts and confront internal challenges. A notable example is the philosopher Epictetus, whose discourses reflect his commitment to self-reflection in solitude. Epictetus emphasized how isolation allowed him to delve into the depths of his own psyche, gaining a better understanding of his emotions and enhancing his ability to cope with adversities. Similarly, Seneca's personal writings, especially in his works, demonstrate how solitude was a laboratory of self-analysis for him, where he confronted his weaknesses and constantly sought self-transformation. Thus, loneliness reveals itself as an intrinsic journey of self-knowledge, where practitioners find in the depths of their souls the answers to the most pressing questions of existence. Another remarkable aspect of Stoic solitude is the ability to build emotional resilience in the face of adversities. An inspiring example of this resilience is found in the reflections of Marcus Aurelius during his solitary periods as a Roman emperor. He shares how, in withdrawing into solitude, he was able to confront the challenges of governance with a serene and balanced mind. The Stoic philosopher emphasized the importance of finding inner tranquility in solitude, enabling him to deal with external pressures more effectively. Additionally, Seneca highlights how solitude serves as an antidote to emotional storms, providing a safe space to confront and overcome personal distress. These historical examples demonstrate that solitude not only offers a refuge in the face of adversities, but also becomes a nurturing ground for the inner strength needed to confront life's challenges with courage and wisdom. Epictetus, a notable Stoic philosopher, illustrates this point in his works. He describes how by seeking solitary moments, he could immerse himself deeply in his philosophical studies, reaching a level of mental clarity that the distractions of the external world would hardly allow. Similarly, Seneca shares how solitude was essential for his writing and profound reflection. By distancing himself from everyday demands, Seneca could intensely focus his mind on his works, producing philosophical essays that resonate through the centuries. These examples highlight that in Stoic solitude, the mind finds fertile ground to flourish, allowing practitioners to refine their skills and achieve levels of excellence that the constant turmoil of the modern world often hinders. Loneliness is not limited to seclusion. It offers a unique opportunity for intimate connection with nature. Seneca, in his letters, often expressed the importance of seeking refuge in the solitude of nature to find serenity. He described how moments spent in quiet natural environments were essential to recharge his energies and restore his emotional balance. Additionally, Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflects on how solitude amidst nature provides a deeper understanding of the cycles of life and the transience of material things. These examples highlight that, for the Stoics, solitude is a bridge to contemplating the simple and timeless beauty that nature offers, allowing for a richer connection with the world around and a serene refuge in its quieter moments. Seneca, in his reflections on friendship, argues that periods of solitude are crucial for cultivating genuine friendships. He emphasizes how the profound understanding of oneself acquired in solitude enables more authentic and meaningful relationships with others. Additionally, Epictetus, in his Discourses, discusses how solitude can be a space for reflecting on our social interactions, allowing us to better understand our responsibilities towards others. These historical examples underscore that Stoic solitude is not a complete withdrawal from society, but rather a tool to enhance the quality of relationships, providing practitioners with a solid foundation of self-knowledge to share wisdom and authenticity with those around them. We need to deal with our own emotional responses consciously, resisting the impulses that arise. The ability to observe these reactions without succumbing automatically grants us a high level of control, enabling us to make ethical decisions in situations rather than reacting automatically. Learning to live with less in a world centered on accumulation and consumption is essential. Self-sufficiency allows us to live more simply, something historically valued for its simplicity and moderation. Loneliness, often avoided, offers us the opportunity to appreciate the essential, freeing us from dependence on material possessions for our satisfaction. We discover internal richness instead of seeking it externally. By facing emotions, we recognize the historical importance of dealing calmly with them. Loneliness, often seen as adverse, can be a valuable ally in this process, providing a safe space to explore our emotions without external judgments. Addressing emotions from a historical perspective, we understand that over time, dealing with emotions has always been a valuable skill. The ancients understood that emotions were an intrinsic part of the human experience, but emphasized the importance of not being dominated by them. Therefore, loneliness is seen as a refuge that allows us to explore our emotions more deeply without being influenced by external judgments or pressures. It is crucial to recognize that managing our emotional responses is not just about impulsive resistance, but involves a more refined skill of internal observation. By allowing ourselves to observe these emotions without automatically giving in to them, we develop a high level of self-control. This self-control does not imply the suppression of emotions, but rather the ability to consciously direct them, which in turn empowers us to make informed and ethical decisions in various situations. The art of living with less, in a scenario where society often values material accumulation, goes beyond superficial simplicity. It involves deep reflection on the true sources of satisfaction and happiness, highlighting self-sufficiency as a means of liberation from the shackles of rampant consumerism. Our past, marked by an appreciation for simplicity and moderation, provides a solid foundation for this approach to life. As for loneliness, often misunderstood, it should not be seen as a negative state, but rather as a space of opportunity. It is in this silence that we find the chance to explore our emotions deeply, without the weight of external judgments or the influence of social pressures. It is an inner journey where we discover emotional riches within ourselves, instead of constantly seeking validation and contentment in the external world. By approaching emotions from a historical perspective, we recognize that grappling with these complexities has always been an essential matter in the human journey. The wise of the past understood not only the inevitability of emotions, but also the importance of not allowing oneself to be enslaved by them. Loneliness in this context emerges as a valuable ally, providing fertile ground for the understanding and acceptance of emotions without the constraints of pre-established social standards. Therefore, delving into emotional management, seeking a simpler life, and valuing loneliness not only enriches our personal journey, but also rescues values that are often lost in contemporary life. By following in the footsteps of philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, we realize that Stoic solitude transcends the simple act of withdrawing from social interaction. Solitude is not an abandonment of the world, but a path to enhance concentration and excellence, as evidenced in the works of Seneca. Stoic philosophy offers a unique perspective, challenging us to reconsider solitude not as emptiness, but as a fertile space for personal growth, emotional resilience, and deep connection with oneself and the surrounding world. By adopting these teachings, we may discover that in Stoic solitude, we find not only inner peace, but an illuminated path to authenticity and a deeper understanding of existence. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to activate the notification bell to receive updates and, of course, click like and subscribe. That way, you'll never miss a dose of Stoic inspiration. A warm embrace, and see you soon.